and welcome to Dance Junkies TV. We've got Ask the Pro today with Tristan. I know you guys are anxiously awaiting this, and thank you for the overwhelming amount of questions. I read them all through Twitter, Facebook. I gave them a heads up. We're gonna try to get to cover a bunch of different topics. If I don't cover your question, we still love you. The juicy ones. I love good. You give good face. I love it. Of course, you guys can tweet us at DanceJunkiesTV. We love to hear from you, and subscribe to our YouTube. We love that as well. And of course, if you're watching this video, then like it, because I'm sure if you're watching, then you really like this one. And you like Elena and Rip and myself. So let's get straight to business. And we have to ask this right away. Why don't you have a Twitter? Everyone wants to know, because they're like, how are the fans supposed to get in touch with you?
I don't have Twitter because I don't really use the computer. You know what I mean? I never really had. And then, I mean, a lot of people who watch the show, they support and stuff, they send messages in, which is great. It's just when the show itself is on, it's really, really busy. You know what I mean? And it's hard. I hate to be on Twitter and then people ask me questions and I didn't have time. To reply to them all. You know what I mean? And then you're being rude then if you don't reply to them all. You know what I mean? And it's difficult to pick and choose what you answer and what you don't answer. And unfortunately, you can't kind of keep everyone happy all the time. But I do try. I appreciate
dancing.
I appreciate all the support, and I try to send out, say like Facebook or something. I try to send out like a group message. I wouldn't like to neglect people by then keep sending me questions and I don't answer them because I'm not on the computer much.
I love that. And of course, here's a great photo from Dirty Dancing. Hotness. Oh, he's turning pink. What's her You're like, hello. Now, I would like to know, and everyone, I'm pure Dancing with the Stars, which is a great fan site, especially my girl Lisa Vogerista. How did you get into dance?
My grandparents were dancers, and they used to take my sister along when she was younger, and I guess I used to just go along because they were looking after both of us. It used to be done in like a little small kind of gym, and I used to mess around on like the horse and stuff like that, and the ropes. So I used to do that, and then they put me into it then. And I guess I started doing alright. I used to spend a lot of time with grandparents when I was younger, so I'd go into there dancing all the time, and then it just
and you just liked it?
I don't know if I liked it, but I mean I had to go to it at the time, like, you know what I mean? But as the years went down, I guess I started doing alright with it. And then
I think you do better than alright.
Yeah, but just for a while I started doing it, and then I left dancing altogether when I was like 18, I think it was, and I realised I wasn't really good at anything else. And then all my mates were doing good and stuff that they were doing, and I was just like bumming around.
You were living a mediocre life.
That's it. So I went back to dancing, and then lucky enough it worked out alright for me. So.
Okay.
The answer is by chance, and it went alright.
And Branchette wants to know, what is your favorite dance?
I don't really have a favourite. I like them all because I like the character side of everything. So I like stories more than I like dances. So I suppose dances that have a strong kind of stories. You know, I always like doing rumbas. Kind of like doing waltzes and stuff as well, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to jump around and do a bit of jive. I like them all, but I like rumbas, I'm going to say. I do like rumbas.
Yeah, he likes a good rumba. Don't we all? And Katie wants to know, who are your favorite Irish musicians and performers, actors?
Daniel Day-Lewis is my favourite Irish actor. I love Christy Moore and the Dubliners for music. And what else did you ask me?
Actors, performers, musicians.
I like them all. Flatley, in fairness to him, was amazing. Michael Flatley, the shows he's been putting together are unbelievable. And,
did you see his 3D film?
Yeah, it's unreal, eh? He's just, I don't know what it is. He's great at what he does, and he's great for kind of promoting the Irish culture, I guess, show and stuff. But he's just unbelievably talented. I haven't actually met him, but
he does wear a sexy headband.
Michael Flatley and William Pleadon Levy, 2 headbands. I don't know, there must be something in the air.
Some things, Tristan,
yeah, they are great.
Picking up on something.
I know, I need to. But Ireland's lucky enough, they have a lot of very, very talented people. You know what I mean? Musicians and kind of actors and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of people doing really well for themselves now. Sportsmen as well, sportswomen.
Yeah. Ireland. Kicking butt. And actually, a lot of people, vote Greece included, if you were to visit Ireland, what should they do? They had a couple days. What are your top picks, highlights?
See, the great thing about Ireland is it's so small, you can drive east to west in like 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it doesn't take too long to go from south to north either, you know what I mean? So you can go for a weekend, bleed and drive around the whole place. I live on the east coast, so there's the Wicklow Mountains and stuff. They're beautiful. There's a lot of historical sites and stuff, like, you know what I mean? There's but if you want to go to the west coast of Ireland to see real Ireland, and a lot of people on the west coast of Ireland, there's certain parts that they still speak Irish, a native tongue. So definitely go over there. Places like Galway, Sligo, and all the islands around it, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Go everywhere. Well, if you're going to be on the east coast, you want to go to Temple Bar in Dublin. That's the one that everyone knows.
Dublin.
But definitely go to Wicklow. That's where I live, the Garden of Ireland. Go to all the mountains. It's from P.S. I Love You. That's where that was kind of made.
And when you go home, are you just like everybody, or do you have a celebrity status at home?
No.
Or do they not
people
care?
don't even know me at home. The people don't care. No, people don't care about stuff like that at home. You know what I mean? When I go home to see my mates. We go have normal crack. They'll ask you how you get on and stuff. You go, yeah. If you say anything more than I'm doing all right, yeah, big-headed, and you're probably gonna get smashed. But yeah, everyone's very, very supportive of what I do. They're great like that. But certainly when I go home, the reason for going home is to be home. It's not to talk about everything I do here and stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of go on about America and all this crack. I like
You're
being
like,
home.
whatever.
Yeah.
Let's have a beer.
That's it. I like being home, spend time with mates, catching up with everyone.
I love it.
That's fun.
Next question. Cipriano wants to know, how long does it take to choreograph the routine from the time you get the style of dance in the song to when you perform?
I guess it differs for people all the time. Some people are really talented in that they can make up choreography straight away, and some people
Kind of like as they go.
yeah, for sure. Or even as soon as they hear the music, they go, right, I know exactly what I want to do. I am not gifted that way. It takes me a little bit of time to put it together. But again, you have to understand that even for people who, if it's easy to come up with a routine, you can only come up with it when you know what your partner can do. I had a lot of times where I'd come up with a routine straight away if I was lucky enough, and I'd go into rehearsal and go, right, this just isn't going to work. And you can push through, you can make it work, but it's not going to look good for your partner. And what's the point of doing that then?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to decide, do I want a good routine, or do I want my partner to look good doing what she's doing? Mm-hmm. And that's the balance that you have to find.
And what do you remember about your first pro competition? What did you dance? You were in costume?
Oh, I don't really know. To be honest with you, this sounds real funny, but I used to hate competing. I hated competitions. I used to love, the thing I loved most about, I guess, when I was younger is that we got to travel a lot. And I used to make a lot of friends, like I had a lot of friends in England and say in different countries that we used to travel to. And for me, that was unbelievable. Because I'd go,
you and Nancy.
yeah. I used to go away, I used to think about it more of going to meet my mates when I was going away. And which way do I put this? I really enjoyed dancing. You know what I mean? I don't care if you win or lose. You know what I mean?
And you like the perks that came with it.
Yeah, of course. And that's part of it. I think
Yeah.
like I get it. I get competitions and stuff like that. But to me, I just like to enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as it's not fun anymore, well then I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So when it became not fun anymore, I think that's when I quit.
No, this is I like this one. This is from Balin. They want to know, can you do an impression of one of your fellow dancing pros?
No. No. I don't know how to do that.
I see him, he's running through, he's like, can I pull this off?
I'm like, who do I bleeding? No, I don't. I'm sorry, I can't do
Now,
that.
this is going to get very specific. Now, from Burn the Floor, apparently hacky sack got to be very popular.
Yes.
What happened? How did that come to be?
I don't know. That used to happen before I actually joined. They used to always do it. Here's a funny story though. I was Henry, who's in the troupe now. Henry had joined the show. I used to be on Burn the Floor, and then I left to do a show called Simply Ballroom. I came back, left again to teach in Boston. Came back again. I used to come back and forth. I was like a bleeding yo-yo. But one time I'd left, and when I come back, Henry was there, Henry Balakov, and we were playing hacky sack again. I think we were in San Francisco or something like that. We were all playing before the match anyway. It was my first show back. It was really exciting and stuff. And we're playing Hacky Sack in the back, and Henry went down to head the thing back up, and I just threw my knee. Oh, I smashed my knee. I caught him straight in the eye. I felt terrible. Yeah, like a black eye right before bleeding.
You look tough.
Yeah, that was a funny old story. But Hacky Sack was great. Hacky Sack was great. Yeah.
See, your fans love you. It's the MacManiacs.
MacManiacs, they've been great for me, yeah. People who run that website, I really, really appreciate the work that they put into that, you know what I mean? So, thank you.
And I love you guys all. I have a lot of great ones, but I don't want to make him too crazy. He's got to get to rehearsal, so I'm just going to do a couple. There are a lot of rumors about an all-star season. Do you know anything about that?
I know nothing about nothing. People don't tell me things. You know what I mean? But to be honest with you, I don't really care. If it happens, it happens. It'd be difficult for me to comment on an all-star season. I think it's good. I think it's good to get people back that people like, but at the same time, I think the show is all about getting to know people and getting to see the journey.
I think it's
people
good to keep
as they're learning
fresh.
stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it is. So it's always nice to have people back, but I think people enjoy the journey of the show, and again, not in a kind of bad way, but you can kind of go, well, I know you. You know what I mean? So I want to see new people in all the time. It doesn't do me any favours. I've only been there 2 years, so I don't think I'll be involved.
Well, they want you to be an all-star, obviously. And do you keep in touch with Nancy?
Yeah, I do actually. Nancy's back in town now.
I've been on her show before.
Oh, good on, yeah?
I went head-to-head with her. She's tough, but I held my own.
Good on, that's what we have to do, eh? Yeah, no, Nancy's great. I don't believe talk to her every day or whatever, you know what I mean? But she understands how busy the show is and things, and she'd always send a message and wish us luck and things like that. And I think she's back in town this week maybe, so
yeah.
I say hello.
And a little question, our last question. What's it like? I know you miss Ireland, but what do you love about getting to be in the US?
Well, I mean, the States are great, like, you know what I mean? The people I've met here have been unbelievable. The city is what it is, like, you know what I mean? There's a lot about it that you can really like. It's not like home, and it's never going to be, you know what I mean? But being in the States in general, whether I'm on the West Coast, East Coast, I had a blast on the East Coast. Yeah. Used to live in Boston, I loved it. And I love New York as well.
Boston is closer to like Irish weather, huh?
Yeah,
LA, it's too much sun for Tristan.
I don't take well to the sun. I like it, but I'm happy to be in the sun. I do. I really like the States. The people are great.
Yeah.
You have a great time. But I think no matter where you are, it's about the people you keep in your company. You know what I mean? I've been lucky enough to know some great people, so I've been having a good time. And
you always look like you have a great time on the floor. You make the best animated faces, so it's always like...
Well, that's embarrassing.
Do you see yourself make the faces and you're like, what was I doing when I did that?
I don't really think about it too much. I have a habit of keeping my bleeding tongue out. But that used to happen. That happened when I was younger.
People that are watching Elena is going...
That happened when I was younger because, again, dancing's not really something that you do or I come from, you know what I mean? And as much as I may have liked it or whatever, it was still kind of like a secret that I used to do, you know what I mean? People didn't know I danced till I was maybe 16 or 17.
You kept it on the down low?
I know, yeah, just used to keep quiet. I used to play football at the same time, you know what I mean? I used to play football matches in the morning and then go straight from football to do dance competitions. But I used to do it because if I didn't feel comfortable, I'd always get paranoid about the fact I think that people were laughing at me and looking at me and laughing at me. And I get a lot of people do that, and I used to kind of stick my tongue out as if to say, this is just a joke, you know what I mean? I'm just doing it, whatever. I didn't realise it, but I used to do it because I felt conscious about stuff, you know what I mean? And now, I don't know, I'm not nervous at all about it. I mean, I love what I do, you know what I mean? And I think it's great, and I think everyone should. But I just do it by habit now more than anything else. That's where it came from.
Well, your fans absolutely love it. So
yeah, the rest of the faces, I don't know what, they're just my faces. That's just what I look like.
So you call a guy a bloke. What do you call a girl? Is it a...
Oh, okay.
If you go with a girl to like go meet your friend that's a girl at the bar. You know, well,
that's just my mate as well. I don't know.
That's mate as well.
You see, in Ireland, we have a lot of terms of endearment. that people would find very offensive over here. You know what I mean? So that's I have to choose my words all the time. You know what I mean? But we just
give me an example. One
I
example.
don't think I should.
Does it sound like a naughty word?
Yeah, no, but it is a naughty word. But it's a term of endearment. Like, you know what I mean? That's just what we call each other, and that's what I miss a little bit about home as well. Is the kind of banter and because the way we kind of talk with each other and stuff. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't get it over here, and then
so you
and
probably
then you feel
watch yourself a
rude
lot
then.
in the when they're doing the one-on-one packages and they're interviewing you. Are you thinking all the time?
Oh, not at all. No,
Carefully?
that's all natural. But they don't generally pay stuff for me anyway. No one wants to hear what I say. All my packages are just cutaways. They have me partner, they have Nancy talking, and they have Gladys talking, and then I'm just like that.
Your arm candy.
They just do the cutaways because they don't understand me. I never used to be able to talk on anything. And funny, people say that they don't let me talk here now, but this is the most I've ever talked on anything. Because they don't let me talk. No, they can't understand me.
Tristan has a voice, he's got stuff to say.
It might not be important, but I can say stuff.
I love it. Well, I cannot thank you enough for coming and joining us. And to all the fans, thank you so much for watching and supporting Tristan at Dance Junkies TV. As always, you can tweet us at Dance Junkies TV, subscribe to our YouTube, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.
Thank you.